From the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, this is NCC Digital Signature.
Hello, you're welcome to this edition of the program NCC Digital Signature, brought to you by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. This program is designed to educate, inform, and enlighten you on the trends, issues, and development driving innovation and creativity in the digital world. I am Maimuna Ahoiza Zubair.
This is NCC Digital Signature.
In this edition, the NCC, in keeping with one of its strategic objectives of collaboration and partnership, participated at a program organized in celebration of Girls in ICT Day 2022. We will also bring you details of the Federal Inland Revenue Service courtesy visit to the Nigerian Communications Commission, plus our big story of the week, focusing on Telecoms equipment type approval. On the program today, we will also bring you the answers and winners to our running quiz of the week. Stay with us, as you may be one of our lucky winners. But first, here are the issues and developments that made news in the past week.
At NCC Digital Signature, we bring you innovation, trends, policies, and digital entrepreneurs redefining all sectors of our economy today. Here you will see the actors, the policymakers, digital economy drivers, and creativity that will shape your mind in line with today's reality. NCC Digital Signature, where the digital economy makes meaning.
The 2022 theme for this year's International Day for Girls in ICT is Expanding Horizons, Changing Attitudes, Access and Safety. This has been described as apt and very relevant to encouraging the female gender towards greater participation in the ICT and innovation ecosystem, particularly in Nigeria and the world at large. This was the submission of stakeholders at an event to commemorate the day organized by E-Business Life Communications Limited in partnership with the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, as young girls and other key players in the industry were gathered to celebrate the 2022 edition of the International Girls in ICT Day campaign in Nigeria. The hybrid event, which held in Lagos, is part of an annual campaign initiated by the International Telecommunications Union, ITU, to sensitize and encourage young women and girls to delve into ICT and related careers, which has hitherto been dominated by the male gender.
We need to inspire women and girls to step up and become designers, creators, and leaders in this fast evolving field so that we build a gender equitable digital future that meets everybody's needs.
Equipping girls and young women with the necessary skills and tools to fully exploit the benefits of today's digital economy empowers them to become drivers of innovation and transformation.
The Chief Executive Officer of E-Business Life Communication and convener of the event, Mrs. Ufuoma Emofedaro, in her speech stated that the low involvement of the female gender in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, otherwise known as STEM, is not only a Nigerian issue, but a global one, and the event seeks to rid stereotype of women and increase the opportunities of women in STEM. She also noted that efforts should be made to introduce young girls to career opportunities in technical fields based on merit to help them have a wider range of options and contribute their quota in the industry and in the development of the economy.
We need to inspire women and girls to step up and become designers, creators, and leaders in this fast evolving field so that we build a gender equitable digital future that meets everybody's needs. But we never realize that dream of digital gender equality until there is a safe space for all in the internet.
In attendance at the occasion was the Executive Vice Chairman, EVC, of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Professor Umar Garba Dambata, who was represented by Tolulashe Omodele Rufai, among several other guests. In his address, the EVC says girls and women will become valuable assets if included in ICT education and careers. He referenced some good testimonials of some young women contributing to the growth of Nigeria's ICT sector.
According to the ITU, the proportion of women using the internet globally amounts to 48% compared to men with 55%. If women are unable to access the internet and feel safe online, they are consequently unable to develop the necessary digital skills and engage in digital spaces. This in turn diminishes their opportunities to pursue STEM.
Representatives from ICT companies MTN, 9Mobile, Globacom, and Access Bank were also at hand at the event to encourage young girls who were drawn from different secondary schools from Lagos and Ogun states to be diligent in their studies, while highlighting the benefits of STEM careers. Other highlights of the event included quiz competition and awards presentation, among others. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, and the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, have set up a 17-member committee for the implementation of interagency strategies for enhancing national revenues in the telecommunications sector. The joint committee, which was inaugurated by the NCC's Executive Commissioner, Stakeholder Management, Adeleke Adeolu, is also part of efforts to boost revenue in telecom sector on one hand and further improve collaboration between the two federal agencies on the other. The terms of reference of the committee include reviewing the Memorandum of Understanding signed between the NCC and the FIRS on June 9, 2020, and carrying out interagency interaction on the implementation of the NCC's Revenue Assurance System, RAS, to ensure that it incorporates the needs of FIRS to the extent that RAS can remain the sole interface with telecom service providers' networks vis-a-vis the tax authorities' information needs from the telecom sector.
This committee's deliverables will guarantee that the NCC and the FIRS collaborate even more effectively and efficiently to enhance national revenues, particularly within the telecoms sector.
In his response, Dr. Dick Iri, who led the FIRS delegation, advised the committee to take the assignment very seriously and work in harmony towards helping to enhance fiscal governance in Nigeria. The setting up of the committee is an aftermath of the meeting between the FIRS and the NCC on March 8, 2022, at the instance of the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, to discuss the request by the FIRS for data and documents from the telecoms industry for enhancing national revenues from the sector.
We want to advise you to take this assignment very important and very serious. Give it all that it takes. We should give it all our all, and ensure that we make our chief executive happy and the country at large also happy in terms of setting an example of what is called collaboration.
In a related development, the Executive Vice Chairman of the NCC, Professor Umar Garba Dambata, speaking on the subject of the Commission's drive for improved revenue generation, explained that the revenue assurance system was strategic towards achieving a common goal for the federal government. The inauguration of the Joint Committee is seen as a significant achievement which further validates the activities of the NCC and the FIRS as pivotal to the achievement of sustainable revenue and growth projections of the federal government. With specific emphasis on the telecoms digital economy and adjacent sectors of the economy, which reportedly contributed about 12.6% to the nation's gross domestic product as at the fourth quarter of 2021.
This is NCC Digital Signature.
You're watching NCC Digital Signature, a program by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC. The Commission is responsible for creating an enabling environment for competition among operators in the industry, as well as ensuring the provision of qualitative and efficient telecommunication services throughout the country. For more information about the Commission, follow us on our social media platforms showing on your screen. From the news highlights, we now bring you answers and lucky winners for our running quiz for the week. Question 1. What is the full meaning of NIN? And the answer is National Identification Number. Question 2. What is the meaning of SIM? And the answer is Subscriber Identification Module. Here are our lucky winners for this week. Oluwole Abiodun, Osun State. Eze Ifeanyichukwu Nkama, Ebonyi State. Luka Egga, Ajaokuta, Kogi State. Congratulations to you all. For further inquiries, please reach us via our email at nccdigitalsignature@ncc.gov.ng or visit our website at www.ncc.gov.ng. If you've just joined us, this is NCC Digital Signature, a convergence of digital innovation, creativity, and a world of endless possibilities, brought to you by the NCC. Still to come, a special report on type approval. Stay with us as we inform and educate you on telecoms equipment type approval.
We are Nigerian Communications Commission, regulator of the telecommunications industry in Nigeria. Our mission is to support a market-driven communications industry and promote universal access. Over the years, the Nigerian Communications Commission has been driven by dynamic and visionary leadership. In line with this mission and vision, the current Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Professor Marugaba Dambata, has recorded impressive achievements in the strategic objectives of market development, consumer protection and empowerment, quality of service, universal broadband access, among others, as enshrined in the Nigerian Communications Act 2003.
We are firm, fair, and forthright. Our core values are integrity, excellence, professionalism, responsiveness, innovation, and commitment.
If you want to know more about who we are, follow us on our social media platforms. Instagram, NGCom Commission, Facebook, Nigerian.communications.commission, LinkedIn, Nigerian Communications Commission, and YouTube, Nigerian Communications Commission.
Our website is www.ncc.gov.ng. In keeping with our core values of innovation and excellence, we are expanding the frontiers of our social media platforms by launching a podcast, NCC Global Connect. Our podcast offers you a whole new experience in our social media engagements.
Over the years, we've maintained a strong social media presence to serve our stakeholders better. Through various initiatives, we've demonstrated our commitment to protect, inform, and educate telecom consumers. Take advantage of us so that no one takes advantage of you. NCC, Connecting Nigeria.
The rationale for type approval lies in the belief that telecommunication equipment, if not properly designed, produced, or operated, may put the public in danger, may cause harmful interference to other systems and networks, or reduce their performance, and it may breach established rules and regulations. Type approval or certificate of conformity is granted to a product that meets a minimum set of regulatory, technical, and safety requirements. Now to our story of the week. Telecoms equipment type approval is required before a telecoms product is allowed to be sold in any country. This is to ensure good quality of service and safeguard the health of telephone and telecoms equipment users. Type approval of telecom equipment is one of the key regulatory functions of the Commission and a means through which NCC authenticates specifications, standards, and conformity of telecom equipment for use in the Nigerian telecom industry. Our emphasis on this week's report is the enlightenment of stakeholders on the importance of type approval and the NCC's efforts towards ensuring the safety of lives of consumers, as well as safeguarding telecoms networks and ensuring good quality of service in the Nigerian telecom ecosystem.
Type approval is a process of equipment certification. All telecommunications equipment and devices, either they are handheld devices like phones, tablets, or major equipments like base stations, core network equipment, switches and others that have radio interface have to be type approved and certified by the Commission before they are even imported into the country and also connected into the national telecommunication network.
Telecoms equipment type approval, also known as certificate of conformity, is granted to a product that meets a minimum standard of established requirements. Type approval is required before a product is allowed to be sold in a particular country. For better understanding, type approval in telecommunications parlance refers to the minimum set of regulations, technical and safety requirements that communications equipment must meet before they can be sold or used in Nigeria. Telecommunications type approval is therefore the term for the process of determining and registering the kind of equipment that can be bought, sold, or used in a particular country, in this case, Nigeria, without causing interference to the network.
That process entails us looking at and also testing the radio conformance performance, the what we call electromagnetic compatibility, the equipment, health and safety issues, as well as in handheld devices, we also have what we call specific absorption rate. These are all technical, issues that we need to examine, test, and certify that they are working according to the international standard.
The Nigerian Communications Commission is empowered by the Nigerian Communications Act NCA 2003 to establish and enforce standards for all telecommunications equipment in operation in Nigeria to ensure that they operate seamlessly and safely within the Nigerian telecommunications environment. The type approval standards set by the Nigerian Communications Commission are based on international standards such as the International Electrotechnical Commission IEC, of which Nigeria is an associate member through the Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON.
The equipment manufacturers themselves, the OEMs, they can type approve on behalf of their customers or distributors. Or a distributor in Nigeria can actually type approve on behalf of the equipment manufacturers outside this country. Any distributor even can type approve. And the beauty of that is if we type approve a model, for instance, Nokia 212, once we approve that model, anybody can sell that model. The important thing is every model of device have to be type approved separately.
Type approval involves submitting a sample of a telecom equipment or device to the Commission to ensure its conformity and interoperability within the country's telecom ecosystem and to guarantee that they are safe for use by the consumers. The NCC has prescribed technical specifications and standards used to conduct type approval tests on communication equipment and issues certificates based on the outcome of these tests.
Every devices that transmit or receive signal must be type approved, whether they are handheld devices like phones, tablets, even MiFi and Wi-Fi devices, anything that transmit or receive signal, we need to, certify before they are actually connected to our national telecommunication network.
The Executive Vice Chairman NCC, Professor Omar Garba Dambata, instituted type approval industry working groups set up to educate and deliberate with relevant stakeholders in the industry on the importance of type approval on all telecom equipment. The working groups are composed of representatives of equipment manufacturers, network operators, and type approval consultants. Other relevant stakeholders are dealers of mobile consumer terminal equipment, as well as major equipment importers, sellers, and providers of automated vehicle tracking system service.
We are looking at the safety of the user so that phone you are using does not transmit beyond what is supposed to transmit that will cause, some kind of health issue to the human being. Secondly, also, we type approve because if those equipments are not functioning the way they're supposed to, they also introduce problem to the network itself. So you can have quality of service issues.
To ensure all stakeholders are conversant with the type approval process, the Commission carries out sensitization, knowledge-sharing programs, and forums to inform Nigerians on the correlation between mobile devices that are not type approved by the Commission for safe use and good quality of service, while also raising the red flag on inherent dangers associated with the use of non-type approved equipment and mobile devices imported into the country. The objectives of the interventions are to ensure that stakeholders comply with the requirement of the law, identify fake and substandard products, enhance quality of service delivery and quality of experience to consumers, establish and enforce standards, and ensure that equipment operates seamlessly and safely within the Nigerian telecommunications environment.
Fortunately, most of the time, we only identify it when they are already in the market. So what we do is our compliance monitoring and enforcement department will swing into action. They will go into markets, sometime, unannounced, and pick devices and see whether they are type approved. If they are not type approved, the first thing is we confiscate those devices. There are penalties, including jail terms.
In keeping with national efforts at promoting security, the Commission, in collaboration with the Office of National Security Advisor and other key government agencies, has set up joint committees to combat the recurrent cycle of fraudsters deploying their trade via fake and substandard mobile devices. These collaborations are to ensure the implementation of the device management system, a public-private partnership project to combat the proliferation of counterfeit, substandard, and cloned mobile communication devices in the telecommunication industry through proper monitoring of our borders and the market. In addition, the NCC is working with Consumer Protection Council and Standards Organization of Nigeria, agencies charged with the duty of protecting the environment, to address the menace of importation and sale non-type approved handsets in the country. The Nigerian Communications Commission hereby urges equipment manufacturers and vendors of communication equipment and devices to ensure that the devices sold to the public are type approved by the Commission.
Our type approval process now is online. So what you normally do is you create a profile for your company, log on to the type approval, we call it TAMSI, Type Approval Management System. You log on to the TAMSI and create a profile. Once you create your profile once, and that's it, every time you want to type approve, you log on with your profile and offload all the documentations that are required, and we process it.
All stakeholders are encouraged to be vigilant and expose persons who deal in counterfeit, fake, and substandard equipment by reporting cases of breach by providers of telecom services without appropriate licenses or authorization from the Commission. Consumers should be mindful of the types of phones they use in order to improve quality of service experience, minimize the risks of radiation and other negative consequences associated with counterfeit and substandard mobile devices. For further information on type-approved devices and equipment, please visit www.ncc.gov.ng.
This is NCC Digital Signature.
That was our story of the week. So make sure that when next you purchase a handset, ensure it is type approved by the Nigerian Communications Commission. Once again, let's bring you the answers and winners of our running quiz for the week. Question 1. What is the full meaning of NIN? And the answer is National Identification Number. Question 2. What is the meaning of SIM? And the answer is Subscriber Identification Module. Here are our lucky winners for this week. Oluwole Abiodun, Osun State. Eze Ifeanyichukwu Nkamma, Ebonyi State. Luka Egga, Ajaokuta, Kogi State. Congratulations to you all. For further inquiries, please reach us via our email at nccdigitalsignature@ncc.gov.ng or visit our website at www.ncc.gov.ng. To view today's episodes and our previous edition, please log on to our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/Nigerian Communications Commission. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Have you linked your SIM to your NIN? Contact your service providers for further information. For more details, visit the NCC website on www.ncc.gov.ng and the NIMC website on www.nimc.gov.ng. Follow our social media handles scrolling on your screens for up-to-date news on the activities of the NCC. That's our program for today. Until next week, don't forget NCC is your partner towards a connected Nigeria. On behalf of the Nigerian Communications Commission, thank you for watching NCC Digital Signature. I am Maimuna Ahoiza Zubair. Bye for now.